everything that you've heard today, I've participated in. I own real estate, I have my life insurance plan, I have crypto, I have stocks, I have businesses. That means nothing. What means everything is
You're
what
an actor?
you plan to do. You've got all this knowledge today. What are you going to do with it? You learned about marketing. You learned about investing. How are you going to apply that? So I'd like to find out a little bit of, first, Louis asked me to talk about business etiquette and business customer service, and we'll get there. But we don't have that many people here today. So I want to hear a little bit about the type of businesses you have so I can give you a little teeny bit of expertise of the next steps that you need to take to get to the next level. So we have a candle company here, and I'm sorry, what's this? These are seasonings?
No, they're all home fragrances.
Home fragrances, that's great. So that looks like that's something that you sprinkle on the carpet.
Yes.
Awesome, and then you have a book company over here, publishing company, that's awesome. What do you have?
I would like to have some, like dart guns.
Dart gun, so it's a 3D printed gun?
Like an arena, people shooting darts at one another.
Okay. So maybe like a laser, like an interactive.
Something like that.
Oh, okay, and what that does, it sounds like it helps people work on their aim and understand when you're actually in combat, you're not just standing there pointing a gun. So it's interactive. Is it for fun or is it for education?
It's for both.
So for fun and education, so that's entertainment, and that's something that you can possibly get a grant for. Okay, that sounds great. What is your business?
I do photography, media work, also help put together different events.
Awesome, awesome. How many people do you have in your CRM? Those are questions. Those are all your customers.
Okay.
That's how, or how do you go back to your customers and say, hey, you know what? I would like to do an event for you. How are you utilizing those people that you work for? All right, so that's, one thing. What's your business?
I currently don't have one.
Oh, what would you like to do? That's great.
I actually like to go into cleaning business.
Okay. Commercial cleaning, residential
I
cleaning?
would like to do both.
Okay, where would you start?
I would start with residential and work my way up to commercial.
When are you going to start?
I'm working on a timeline to start next year.
Next year, why not tomorrow?
But also stuff I gotta clean up first before I get to that point.
Okay, so that's the perception of things, but someone said, change the people you're around. What about utilizing the people that you're around? It's called your COIs, your center of influences. So your friends and family, those are usually your first customers. And actually, the gentleman who worked for Fulton Bank, I used to be a branch manager at a bank. So the first thing we ask people is to do is to get accounts from the people that you know. Who's your mom, who's your cousin, who's your brother. Here's a form, and here's checking account applications, bring back that business. So every business that I've worked for, we started with our COIs. Maybe you should start with someone that you know. And start your business tomorrow. Maybe even today. What's your business?
Photography.
And I see you already working. You've been working at Cameron the entire time. Awesome, awesome. What is the next step for you? When you look like you're actually in photography. What's your next step?
I want to get my pictures in museums and billboards.
Okay. Have you created any relationships with museums?
Yes.
Awesome. What museum do you have a relationship with?
One in New York City and the one here in Philly.
Which one here in Philly?
The Museum of Art.
And one of the speakers worked for the African American Museum, Teresa. So that's somebody that you can reach out to say, hey, you know what? Can I come to your events? Can I offer some free services and build up your empire that way? That's another relationship that you can have. And what's your business back there? And I apologize, I came in I told her I was going to come in at 12, came in at 12:02. What's your business?
Well, my business is real estate and insurance. So we take folks from debt to dynasty, and
Nice.
we show them how to protect it.
Awesome, protecting your protecting your assets and preventing debt. Debt is sometimes a bad word to some people, but what I tell them is debt is one of my favorite words. It's about managing your debt, using the investments to keep your debt working for you. So for example, with a line of credit, you can have a $10,000 line of credit. That $10,000 over time can equal $100,000 if you multiply that by 10. I had the multiplier in my head. I don't know why I couldn't compute. But when you have a line of credit, you use it and pay it, and use it and pay it, and use it and pay it, and after a while, you look back and say, you know what? You know how many assets I've purchased, and coming to you to protect that is number one. Now that's a resource right there for everyone who already has their business. You know, do you provide insurance for protection of the business?
Business insurance, personal insurance.
Beautiful. I didn't want to perceive myself and offer that on your behalf without asking you first. So, you know, there's two established companies right here who we're all at risk. That powder right there could be ingested by a baby. She has to make sure that that's, you know, human safe. So protecting those things. These are incense that could burn down a house. Protecting your investments. So right there, what's your business?
My business?
Yes.
Well, I was running an eyeglass company at the
Hot
time.
glass company?
No, eyeglass.
Eyeglass,
Eyeglasses.
okay. No, because I've blown glass too. It's kind of cool. It's
Oh.
fun to do. But an eyeglass company, that's great. I'm listening.
hmm And it was just like fashionable eyewear. I just came across just through networking.
Nice.
As for a distro, and he, you know, kind of showed me a lot about merchandising, and I got to, you know, start dibbling and dabbling into that. But right now, I want to focus on rebranding. So.
Rebranding. Why are you focusing on rebranding? Out of curiosity. And may I ask if it's something that you don't want to talk about, please stop me.
Oh no! It's a safe place here.
Okay.
You know, we've all had our ups and downs.
Yes.
So I believe that when I came in, I didn't think the plan that I had didn't work. You know, we all fell. So I think just getting out there, marketing, actually sticking to it. You know, being motivated, being driven. You know, just by my actions is what I need to do. So that's what I mean by like rebranding. Having ideas, actually taking the time out, not going out to a party, you know, but just going back to the drawing board, and also getting to know, I'll say different departments of my business better.
Okay, so right now you're in fashion, so optometry is your next step, you know, to bring your fashion to, you know, people who actually use them to be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a next step. You in the back, what's your business, if you like to share it? Do you want one? Listen, one thing is great about a 9 to 5 is a 9 to 5. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I did all of my entrepreneurial expenditures funded by my 9 to 5, funded by my 401k. That is a great place to be. That dichotomy with working for someone until you're able to replace your income and grow your own personal income to replace that. Not only your salary, but the benefits that come with it. The matching for the 401k, the health benefits. Because yeah, when we start our businesses, we can't have public, we can, and then we're breaking the law, because we've seen other entrepreneurs on social media that's been audited, and unfortunately you can't have medical assistance when you own your own business because you are reporting income, if you report income. There's caveats to that, and I apologize for opening that door. Over here, Miss in the yellow.
Yeah, I don't have a business.
Okay, and are you interested in starting a business?
I'm just here with my grandson to promote his book.
That's awesome. Having your family here
Thank you,
is
thank you.
yes. And you know what? And I'm so grateful that you're here. You know why? Because I hear so much about, oh, black people don't stick together, or I don't have anybody to support me. You are here in the flesh, supporting your grandson. I needed a round of applause for that. Thank you. So my first customer was my mom, my grandmother, my aunt when I used to do hair. Yes, I had an entrepreneurial spirit all my life, but I still love that 9 to 5. And so right there, what's your business?
Well, I'm a gardener.
Okay.
So right now it's something called a master gardener.
Nice.
So that's what I'm trying to get into, which I have pretty much everything except for those actual courses, but I have like the experience already. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because that's a lot of money in it.
It's a lot of money, and you know, like you call it a gardener, I call it a landscaper. I think it's great. A lot of people right now, they're focused on using their green spaces to grow food.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's so many niches. You know, you're talking about waiting. I'm talking about going. I want to see you go, and you know, while you're going and while you're starting your cleaning company, you're still going to grow. You know, yes. Everybody wants to have everything in place. Yes, I want to have my LLC. I want to have my corporation, my S corp, my C corp. I want to have my board of directors. I want to have my insurance. I want to have this. I want to have that. Yes, we do. But if you start, it'll come. You know, like you have to start somewhere, and don't be afraid to pull that trigger and just keep going and keep moving. Even Andrew right there. I met Andrew last year when we were doing a little project for him, you know, and he was doing videography. And, you know, it's a small world, and we all can work together, use one another and network and build our businesses. But that brings me into what I'm really here to talk about is business etiquette. Oh, sir, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I was asking everybody what their business is and what they, you know, just talking to everybody in the audience.
Online personal trainer. I deal with men that are stressed, going through depression.
Ooh, yes.
lose weight.
Awesome. That's a beautiful thing. Catering to the man who needs that, offloading that energy and building up. And let's face it, in society, we're taught that men are supposed to be the strong people in society. And the reality is you are just another person in society that needs to be strong. But you don't have to carry it all on your back. And depression is a part of our community. It is a part of our African American community. And it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be malleable. And it's definitely okay to listen. So, yes, shout out to your company right there, especially focusing on our men. But have you ever went to go, like you saw a business that you want, I want to patronize this business. I want to support this business. And you go to that business, and it's not really what you expect. They're not excited to see you as you are to see them. Your first impression is the strongest impression as a business owner, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why? Because that customer wants to come back. They're coming to you for a reason, and that's how you are supposed to, I try to be careful with my words because words are powerful. The young lady who was a priestess, that would have resonated with her. But when you want to do business with someone and they don't have the proper etiquette, that is one of the most atrocious things you can feel. When you're excited, I can't wait. You know what? I saw you on Instagram, and I can't wait to. I couldn't wait to meet you. Oh, thank you. Yes, great. And you like.
Never want to meet, they say you never want to meet your heroes.
Yeah. So there's a couple sides of it. It could be a nervous person. It could be someone like, oh my gosh, what do I say to this person? And being prepared for that. But it's a lot of times it's someone who doesn't really understand the benefits of customer service. And as an entrepreneur, everyone is our customer. Because right now you may need one thing, but tomorrow you're going to need something else. And then tomorrow's going to come, you're going to need that. And you forgot you didn't get your gold, so you got to get that. And I didn't even know about gold, and I forgot about silver. And actually, coins were in circulation in silver. And when I went down into my basement, I saw a coin from 1964. So I already own silver. But that's another story. But the whole point about it is we all need one another, and we all need to make sure that we're rising to the occasion, even when it's hard to do so. Even when it's not the most ideal situation, yes.
Are you saying you chose silver over gold?
I am only saying that you may already own silver.
Lost.
Huh?
Lost.
You're lost. Great. So I didn't mean to open this can of worms, and I apologize. I was trying to utilize the people that were in the room. But in 1964 and prior, our coins were struck from, was it 70% silver? 90% silver. 90% silver. So if you see a dime, a nickel, or a quarter, a $50 or a dollar that was struck 1964, and it'll say the date on it or prior, it's 90% silver.
1964?
Yes. So for me, when I was a branch manager, I would go through all my coins, and then I would open every single coin, and I would buy them from the bank. Why? Because I knew they were full-bodied, and they have, value behind them. So if you remember, he was talking about fiat money, full-bodied money. You may already have it. So look at your coins, and not only that, the great thing about coins, but I'm not going to go off tangent because that's one of my passions is coins. And I actually had a chance to touch a 20D before, and I was so ignorant, and it didn't say pluribus unum on them. So I'm going off topic, but a 20D is a $20 coin that was struck from gold, right? So I had this guy come into the bank, and it was about 10 years ago because it was like 2013, and he was like, I want to sell this coin for $20, and I looked at it and I was like, it feels nice, but it doesn't say e pluribus unum. And I'm so smart, and all of our coins say e pluribus unum. And I was just like, no, sir, because we had people come into the bank weary, who knew? So he left. And something was in my brain like, go find that man. So I said, okay, and I ran out the bank, and I looked up and down the street. I didn't find a man. So I'm like, what's this thought? So I go Google it, right? And that coin at the time, it was worth $1,074. I could have got it for $20. Yes.
Wow.
So this is me kicking myself in front of other people publicly to let you know that, when someone comes to you with an opportunity, kind of Google it first, especially with coins. But yes, I kind of got off track. Did I answer your question?
You've done more than that.
Okay, good. So as a business owner, a long time ago, I learned in my marketing class that about Disney. And Disney, we all know who Walt Disney is, and he created experience and is a big person in Hollywood. He taught us, and it was a class, we talked about being always on, always ready to go. And what that meant to me was that we're performing in the capacity of what our businesses are when we're in front of people. In the day of social media, we have our personal page and our business page, and eventually they both merge, and you become one super person, your business and yourself. And what that means is on social media, you may like something or comment on something on your personal page, but people align you with your business, and that fight that you had on social media with some strangers now like, oh wait, that's business owner Cakes and Cookies that's fighting with blah blah blah, and it can tarnish your image. So business etiquette is also how you're performing, and when your business is aligned, how you perform as a personal person, because you're always on. When speaking to your customers, one of the things I tell people to do is to give them eye contact. Show them that you're actually talking to them, that you care about them. There's been times in the past, from slavery with the Willie Lynch, teachings that, the slaves like this, you don't look anybody in the eye, you keep your hand down, fiddle. It may even act a little stupid so you can look dumb. No, be confident in everything that you say and you do, because what you say is important. We need you. And even sometimes we're hard on ourselves now. Maybe they may not care about this. I may not be as strong as I am. Just be yourself and be confident in it, because I'm sure you have something of value to give, even when you don't see it yourself. So, right here we have two people who are sitting behind their product. And a lot of people take their product on the road, to road shows, to conventions. And right now, they're supposed to be sitting here because somebody else is talking. But when you're on a road show and you're speaking, you come behind the table and you talk and engage to people and you hear no's. I'd rather hear no than miss a yes. That yes could be your one customer that's a wholesale customer that's going to buy 10 of your books, 12 of your candles. Because you came out and you engaged and you found out what they wanted. And they said, you know what? I have candles at home, but I want yours. I like your candles. Actually, let me smell them again. Or I don't even need to smell them. Let me just get a couple of them. They're beautiful. And I love how you presented yourself. I love how you came out. You got me. And then, of course, there's people who will say, no, thank you. No, I'm good. No. And they're okay. But don't let those no's discourage you from finding your passion and doing what you truly love. Employees, hiring people. Hiring family. You ever heard about people saying, don't hire them, that's your husband. Your business and family, they don't mix. Don't do that. Try it. The Rockefeller family. The Rothschild family. The royal family. Now, there may be times where you're like, you know what? Brother John act kind of crazy, and he kind of lost me like a $5,000 deal. Brother John, let's do something different with you. Yes, there will be one-off situations or 2 or 3 offs. But give your family a try. You know why? Because they're most likely to work for cheaper. And not only that, they're going to work for cheaper, but if you invest in the people who care about you, they're going to go hard for you, but you have to make sure you reciprocate and go hard for them. But also, if somebody is bringing you down, you have to be able to say, hey, you know what, this isn't working, so we're gonna move on. Company culture and vibes. I don't remember who was talking about it, but it was about presentation. You have GoPuff, and they have a program, it's called FAN, and that's very like relaxed. That is the culture of their company. I'm dating myself right now, but I started before Capital One 360 took off. It was an ING direct account, an online account that did automatic savings, and they were, like, hey, how are you? Not hello, how are you? That was their market. That was their culture, and you can be consistent with that. You can be consistent with being more relaxed. So when I talk about etiquette, it's not always about being stiff and this and that. It's about being consistent with your brand and how you communicate with your customers. But also, a place like PNC is more conservative. And they're okay with being conservative. And I'm using that in regards to me talking about how ING Direct was very loose. I'm using PNC on the other side as a very conservative bank where their marketing won't say hey or what's up. It'll say hello, how are you? It will extend the hand versus, an embrace or like a high five or what's up. One of the last things I want to talk about is how you want to be remembered. Now I'm going to do something that's kind of fun because I did this on purpose, but what do you think my favorite color is?
Red.
Magenta.
Red.
Burgundy.
Crimson.
Red.
It's
Green.
pink. What? This is not my favorite color, but I chose to wear this today. And I knew that there were going to be people. So shout out to you, Lewis, for saying magenta. That was wrong, but it was close. But that's, it's about presentation. It could be attention grabbing, but the idea for me is that you are who you present. And if I never asked that or shared what my favorite color is, they were like, that girl likes some red. Look at her. She got red hair, red shoes, red this, red that. So it's about how you present yourself. And that's how you're seen in the light of your customers. So you guys, everybody has the power to decide. Be consistent if you want to. I say you should want to because what that does is that gives people an idea of who you are. And that's going to be your brand recognition. And when they have an idea of who you are, they become reliant on that and they become confident in that, and that becomes your brand image. Branding is key because when you leave the room, that's all that's left, is what you've placed in that consumer's mind. So, that's it for me today. What questions do you guys have?
I noticed that I like the fact that you're optimistic, positive, and everything like that. So going along with that wavelength, what are some ways that we can continue to unite, circumvent all those misnomers that people say that we don't do? I would say like the past 5 years, especially in this group, we definitely got some camaraderie. So how do we keep some type of momentum going to start supporting each other? Like we could have like a city, we could have like a small section of the city and just start doing well type stuff. But how do we?
Leaders like you.
Okay.
Listening to people around. Following that light. Like, we know when something feels good and we know when something doesn't feel right. In our brains, in our souls. We have to trust that. People, we're all taught, what's the most intelligent part of your body?
The brain. The heart.
I'm asking.
The brain.
The gut.
The gut.
The gut.
Yeah.
Your gut is under attack with the sugars. Your gut is under attack with the processed foods. That is our intuition. We think it's our brain. And now, don't get me wrong, we have to feed the brain, feed the energy, blah, 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 but our gut is our brain. It tells us. That feeling you get in your chest when something ain't right, that's it. But that good feeling you get when you're around somebody who's like, you know what? Okay. That's your gut. Trust it. Now, if it's something that's just like, and I got your question, I saw your hand, and if it's something that, you know, your gut says A, and you're like, my brain says B, please make sure you check and see and take a pause and look deeper. Please. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say, I don't know where those got you from, but you are beautiful and amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You are the perfect person to close on this.
Oh, thank you very much. Listen, I don't know what to say about that now. I'm going to start acting weird. But thank you very much. You know, like, you know, I am positive. I'm happy. But also, you know, it's funny because I've been through some shit. You know, Andrew was there. I was carjacked last year. I was carjacked at gunpoint. I am a victim of gun violence in Northern Liberties. And, like, that changed my life because I used to take certain things for granted. I mean, of course it changed my life, but I used to take certain things for granted and fear. I was scared and But, you know, if I would have left the earth that day, which I definitely quite possibly could have, I wouldn't have been happy. This is what I love talking to people. You know, I love sharing. You know, I love, like, the fact that my people are growing and talking and working together and starting businesses and being unapologetic with it and taking it to new heights. You know, so keep going.
One thing I see about business is that in a big city, there's so many businesses of the same thing.
Yeah.
How can you tell a person like, your business get progress, even though it's somebody else doing the same thing?
How much food is in the market? If you go in the chip aisle, how many chips are in the market? And if you go down a little bit, how many barbecue chips brands are there? Don't stop. Don't stop. It's enough market share to go out here.
You said you're a business owner. What kind of business do you own? This name one of them, one or two of them.
I own real estate. But actually, no. Here's a plug for my new my public service corporation. So, I am recruiting volunteers. I am growing philanthropically, and I need people who just want to give back. It could be 5 minutes a year. It could be 5 hours a year. It could be 5 weeks a year. There's so many people that need anything. It could be the smallest thing. It could be stuffing an envelope. It could be actually speaking to people. It could be calling people for somebody else. I need people who are willing to donate time, because time is a great asset, 100%, which it is. It's the only thing that you can give and you cannot get back, ever. But there are so many people in need. I've been in need. I know how it feels to yeah. Have I been provided for certain things for my family because I don't want my mom or my my parents to see this and say, Alisha, what the hell are you talking about? But psychologically, there have been things that I needed. So it could be anything. It could be just a conversation. It could be, hey, you know what? I have this organization. I need people to talk to them on the phone, to give them comfort, to be a safe space. I need people who are willing to give a smidgen of time, a lot of time, a little bit of time, or business owners. You know, there was who was talking about taxes? There was someone talking about taxes. Keith, Teresa's husband. He was talking about taxes. You may need a tax write-off. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, this person is doing it just to take a deduction for their taxes. They don't want to pay taxes either, as much as you don't want to pay taxes. But I'd rather them pay their time in taxes by donating than pay the IRS. Don't come get me for saying that. But, you know, it's a way to pay people to be good. So, I don't have a card, but I do have a link. You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Alisha, ALITION.org _ only because Alisha.org is taken in Instagram. Let me know if did I say it too fast? I see you pulling up their phone. ALITION.org _ My website is www.alisha.org. You can sign up as a business, as a nonprofit, or as a volunteer. I'm still growing out my programming. I plan to bring programming to Philadelphia to make sure so many people, all of us, know that we have the same opportunities. I see Japan Black, I'm following you back right now. To know that we have, the same opportunities as everyone else, so we can grow, work together, help one another, and get our black and brown people from below the poverty line. So, is there any other questions? I'm trying to follow you back. It's right there. Any other questions for today?
How do you volunteer?
Yes, how do you volunteer? Please go to www.alisha.org and you'll find volunteers and you sign up for there. You give me a small profile. If you have any feedback, please give me feedback. Feedback is number one. If I need to add things to my my type form, please let me know and sign up. You'll get a automatic response. I'm working on my newsletter, and just let me know where you want to be, because I'm connected with a lot of organizations within Philadelphia, and they need help. Also, I just want to give a plug for my candidate. I am a part of the managing team for Sasha Blackwell. If you're in West Philadelphia, she's running for state rep for District 10. I do have some cards that I want to give out on her behalf. I want to see her win. She's an amazing person. I want to share. She has something called How Dope Are You? And every fourth Wednesday of the month.
Oh, yes, no.
Yay! So every fourth Wednesday of the month, our next one is going to be on the 27th. She pays children money to make non-violent, non-cursing, I don't think that's a term, removing profanity music. And what that does is, our people have been impacted subconsciously, unknowingly, by poor quality music being pumped into our families. Yes, it has been. Listen, I trust and believe. 10 years ago, I would have said my favorite rapper was Jay-Z. It still is. But my grandmother's saying about Snoop and Dr. Dre, and I'm dating myself again. She's like, you know what? They're calling you bitches. They're calling you hoes. And I'm like, they're not talking to me. They're not talking to me. But they were. You know why? Because they were talking to the people in the environment, and it became acceptable. And I see grandma, and I say, I'm not calling you grandma because of age, because I'm calling you grandma because you are grandma. And she's not in her head, because this is probably something that you said to, my generation. And we're trying to show that to Gen Z, because they're putting out the drill music, and they're killing each other. They're killing each other. And it's not just, it is not just the black and brown people that's doing it. It's people above them that's, pushing it out. And it's also us that are allowing it to happen. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody today. I'll leave with, please reach out to me. You have my information. You have my social media. I'm here for you individually, as a community, everything. I don't have a physical card. I have a blank card. Huh?
I have mine.
All right, I'll take it. Yes. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.